Welcome, everyone. Merry Christmas. I know it's one day late, but it's still the Christmas season. So I wanted to share this time with all of you. Thought about doing this yesterday. Merry Christmas. I know
But
it's one day late, but it's still
I
the
thought I'd
Christmas
turn
season.
that off.
So I
Hold
wanted
on.
to. So, we thought about doing this all with you yesterday, but the missus wanted me to take her on a day long date, so she wins. But Merry Christmas, everyone. And I'm here today with my buddy Frosty. How you doing, Frosty?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. This is your season, dude.
Indeed. I just talked with my cousin the other day.
Okay, cool. Which cousin?
That would be the snowman,
Abominable?
the abominable.
Oh my goodness. I forgot to turn that off.
And he reminded me not to eat the yellow snow.
Well, I'm telling you, dude, the yellow Gatorade is the best. You think I'm joking you? Let me prove it to you. Oh, hold on. Is this not just the best? And look, no sugar. Is that the yellow one?
Nope, it's the purple one.
Oh, it's grape. That brings back some fond memories. Remember the cartoon Grape Ape?
I do remember Grape Ape.
I love that one. So I want to say thank you to everyone for being here. I'm going to ask the mods to be so cool as to say hello to everyone for me because sometimes I get a little distracted. But this is about the holidays. We'll talk a little bit about the precious metals, but I want this mainly for us to enjoy each other and our community and our friendship, especially if some of us don't have. Oh, Bifrost. Hey, hon, how are you?
I got my headphones on. She can't hear a thing you're saying. She's going to be
Okay.
doing some drawing while we are chatting away.
That's awesome.
That's
That
why I
was-
said I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to surprise everybody.
That looks like a very beautiful old church top. And look at that, the beautiful angels.
Yeah,
Just
cool
like
stuff.
just like your daughter, a beautiful angel.
My daughter is a beautiful angel. Check out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So she's going to be doing some. She's going to be doing some drawing and hanging out while we chatted up.
Okay, no wonder why you didn't tell me why you weren't moving things out of the screen. You were going to give the screen to her.
I told you I had a plan.
Yeah, but usually they're not this good.
Somebody's got jokes.
So, as I was trying to say, some of us don't have that much family, and some of us do. And this live stream is for everyone, but especially those of us who might feel a little bit down and out as the holidays can, especially when we don't have, each other. I've lived that for a long time. It was like every single holiday because I was always the temporary doctor, what we call the locums doctor. So I always got stuck with the holidays, and I wasn't home. I was always at work, surrounded by nurses and other professionals and patients, and didn't have a whole lot of holiday time. The missus looked at me today and yesterday, says, "Do you realize this is the most you've ever been on a holiday?" And I looked at her and knew that she was right because I was thinking it the day before. And I kept thinking, I'm so glad I set up this live stream so that we could all celebrate the holiday and the birth of our Lord and Savior. But in addition to this, I also wanted to do an unboxing. But before I do that, I want to see how many people are going to get well, basically, for lack of a better way of saying it, a theme for what I'm going to show. So those of you in chat, tell me what you think I'm going to be showing when you figure it out. So what is this?
Well, she's here.
Who's here?
The person who's getting that.
Oh, she already got it. I asked her to let me borrow it back because it was given as a Christmas present, which is also part of the theme.
Merry Christmas, Dog World.
Merry Christmas, honey. And honey, Merry Christmas in this case is with an E. And this is the other part of the theme.
That's really cool. Hey, Tiger, did you see Maestro Metal's comments?
No, what did he say?
They found a 1916 D Mercury dime, the key date, and it was verified by his LCS. They said the LCS was floored. That's an amazing find. Congratulations. Talk about Merry freaking Christmas.
That is nice. So
That's cool as hell.
yeah. So let me go ahead here and share this with you. Now, these two objects, one's lighter, one's darker. So how many of you can guess what that is?
I need to be quiet because I guessed right.
Yes, you did. I'm waiting to see. If you guys don't know, just put a 3 in the chat that you don't know. And if you do, tell me.
Metal Matt crushed it out of the park.
Did he? Let's see here. Frankincense and myrrh. Oh, honey, thank you for the $10 super chat. So, my friends, what does this represent?
Hard to see on the phone. They're showing a gold coin, frankincense, and myrrh. Think about the season. The three wise men.
The 3 wise men and the original gifts to our Lord and Savior. But that didn't go so well. But basically, it was the 3 gifts of the wise men to baby Jesus: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And this is the reason why we give gifts in this wonderful holiday season. It's reminiscent of the gifts that are given to baby Jesus upon his birth. So I wanted to bring those in there. Being Orthodox, I was exposed to frankincense and myrrh in the church. They burn it frequently. But no one ever taught me what that was until much later in my life. And then I was really impressed. And so when I would get really upset, I would start up an incenser. And the way you do it is you have these little discs. They're kind of like what you burn in a fire pit to make hot dogs and all that. And it comes in a little cup looking type of disc. Then you just put them in there and they just basically melt and put the aroma everywhere in the church. And back then, when my son was really young, he came to visit. He looked at me and says, "Dad, why does it smell like church in here?" And that's what I had a chance to teach him about what I had learned. It's a beautiful, beautiful smell, both of them. Frankie Frosty was telling me he got exposed to it in the Catholic Church.
To clarify, at a wedding at a Catholic church, but yes.
I'm just glad that they had some traditions here. So let me let me tell you how we're going to do this. We're going to do a little bit of an unboxing, and then we're going to do a little bit of giveaways. And if we get to 25 likes, I'm going to give away a silver dime. 50 likes, I'll give away a silver quarter. I'm going to up the ante a little bit because it's Christmas time. If we get to 75 likes, I'll give away a dime and a quarter. And if we get to 100 likes, I'll give away a $50. If we get to 100 super chat, then we're going to go ahead and give away an ounce of gold. I'm sorry, an ounce of silver. Sorry about that. Got a little bit taken away with the gold there for a second. Now, the last time I did a live stream, I had someone had won a 1 ounce silver. That person never sent me a claiming email. So that's going to go up today for an ounce of silver. The ounce of silver is going to go up today for another giveaway, plus an ounce of silver for a Christmas gift for all of you. And I thought maybe I'll give away, because Frosty is telling me that this can be valuable to the right person. It's actually clad. You can tell, Frosty, tell them more about this for those of us who aren't so educated on it.
So that is, pull it back up, put it in your hand so that people can read the label. OC, that is by Frost. 1987 Philadelphia NIFC. NIFC stands for not intended for circulation. If you collect Kennedy halves and you're picking them up in the wild, you can find these. But again, NIFCs are always a good thing to have for those collectors of Kennedy halves. So again, if you know somebody that likes those, all those NIFCs, you can only get when you're purchasing something from the mint or getting one of the packs. Other than that, you won't find those in circulation. So that's what that means. There are people who collect those and they have to get books filled and things of that nature. So there might be people that have a Kennedy book, or excuse me, a Kennedy book out there that has a hole in it. So maybe that'll fill that hole.
Yeah, I know you like your holes filled.
Dun dum.
No, I meant that seriously, because when we did the trade where you wanted the $5 classic head for your book,
Yep.
and it's not the only time. And when we did the trades for the peace dollars, you got a number of holes filled up. So I enjoyed it. I got 14 pieces, 14 peace dollars in exchange for 7 that filled up the holes in your book. It was a pretty good trade, I thought. You got something that was of more numismatic value, and I got more weight that my wife won't get taken advantage of if she ever has to liquidate. It's a good
and again, this is, you talk about the marriage of numismatics and stacking, and there are often times you can work out deals and trades, and if you're a stacker, grow your stack by working with somebody who is in numismatics. And again, understanding what the numismatic value of some of those coins are, because we talk about this, and I always use that 1996 example with somebody saying, it's a tube of ASCs. It was like $550 back in that day. And I'm like, well, that's worth way more than that. And I gave them the $550 and I opened it up and I pulled one out and I showed them that, if you want to understand value, go look this up. It was $104 coin, $105 coin back then. And he said, but you have a whole tube of these. So if you have $100 a coin and you have 20 coins and you're selling it for $500, you're leaving $1,500 on the table.
Exactly.
And they were like, well, I don't want to grade them. I'm like, you don't have to grade these. So having somebody who understands, and I learned on Sunday that there's a lot I don't know about ASEs. Like I have a massive gap in ASEs. It was a kind of, we find those things out from time to time. But you have to have a good network of people. And in that network, you have to have some really nice stackers in there. You have to have some bullion dealers or coin shops, and you have to have some numismatic folks. Again, the more people that are knowledgeable about different aspects of the field, the better off you are.
So true. So true. And, I've also told the wife that if ever comes the day that she wants advice on liquidating, to give you a call, because you'll know more than most people will. Sorry.
Well, and if I don't know, I probably know the people who can deal with it, right? And so, one of the important things is it's having somebody who can get those contacts, especially in a situation. And having an exit strategy is one thing, but having an exit strategy at time of crisis is another. You have to have somebody in your connection that you can go to in time of crisis. They need to be trustworthy, they need to have integrity, and they need to have honor.
And I'm going to introduce her to you.
Oh, that might work. No, but again, it's one of those things where, you've seen this with your personal SHTF, and
oh yeah,
nobody heard from you for a couple of days, and we had no way to do that. There were gaps in your process for working away, and it took a sickness to identify it, right? And so those things have to be thought about. Again, folks, we are just a week away from the new year. Not even a week away. We're 5 days away from the new year. Think about how you're going to improve your strategy. Think about what you're going to improve in 2026, and be thinking about who are those people out there that I probably need to cultivate better relationships with. Who are those channels? Again, Silver Wolverine sat with me for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and just told me about ASEs. And so finding people in the community that you can really just talk to, that have really good in-depth knowledge of the things that you're interested in, it's really, really important to cultivate those relationships. So make sure you guys are doing that.
It does. In fact, that sepsis, in a way, prepared me, in a way, for what I'm going through now. I've stacked hard for 4.5 years, maybe a little longer. And if I didn't, we'd be in a bit of a mess, because I wasn't very much of a saver before, as I've said so many times. I'm able to pay the bills while I'm working at trying to get a replacement job. This one's going to be, doing Medicare assessments, but instead of driving to people's homes like I used to for the company, they're going to let me, if I get accepted, and I should get accepted, let me to do it virtually from home, so that I don't have to get exposed to people who might have an infectious disease. And with me getting treatments for cancer, I might be in an immunocompromised position. This way I can do the same job and not have to be exposed. I can still stay within the safety of my own home. So if it wasn't for me learning through what happened a little over a year ago, I'd be learning the basics right now, which is one of the reasons I keep telling everyone, keep stacking, keep doing what you can, because you never know when God's going to throw you a curveball. You know what I'm saying?
Fact. Yep, absolutely.
And, the missus had it yet again today, told me that for me to promise her that I won't die on her. I can't give a promise like that. What I can give a promise is that I can fight to stay with her. That promise I can keep. And to be honest with you, I want to stay with all of you guys too, because I've had more fun being a content creator, being part of the community, than I've ever had dealing with hospital politics. So let me go check on the missus. That was not a good sound. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. So what have y'all been up to? How are you guys been? I'm watching chat. Chat's not moving. I think we need to get chat moving a little bit. So
That
why
works.
don't you guys let us know how your Christmas was? What's going on? What did you guys get? What are your plans for New Year's? And what are your stacking strategies for the new year? Are you going to change anything? Are you going to be investing in a different type of precious metal or anything of that nature? What are you all up to? And yeah, Daryl USA.
You okay?
It was okay, Daryl. Ours was very quiet, just lay low. We ate food, and Matt T. Coin said it sucked, of course. Got a 2-ounce Barbarian King coin. Nice, outstanding. Let's see, gave more than I got, which is my norm. That's absolutely. We got the kids new mattresses. So they were sleeping on their Christmas gifts a day or two ahead of time. And then my daughter got a really nice jewelry box and some money. And of course, we told her we're paying for her college. So Merry freaking Christmas to us. And she smiles and she's like, thank you. Got a couple Morgans for my books for my son. That's awesome, Vinny. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ken of mine, more role searching, same old stuff. Yeah, it was for me, for us, I should say. It was a pretty relaxed, nice, easy. Sat down this morning, woke up early, turned on the Christmas tree, turned on a couple of the lights, turned the fireplace on, and sat and laughed and joked with my wife. We joke. We just got renewed memberships after some time because of shoulder injury and stuff. So I renewed my gym and was teasing her that I get to use my Christmas gift today when the gym opens up. And we just sat around and laughed. It was nice. It was a good time.
Did you guys eat any of the yellow snow?
We have no snow here. Are you kidding me? It was 78 degrees, 79 degrees today.
Texas.
Metal Matt went to Sisters for dinners, bought nothing with me, left 2 days with Butler. Yeah. That's we had honey baked ham and some stuff like that. So we have plenty of leftovers. We'll probably have leftovers for tomorrow and then we'll be good. But it was a good time. What's up, Tommy Gunn?
Merry Christmas, Tommy.
It was a good time.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering that cartoon character. I keep wanting to call him Olaf, but I think Olaf was the guy who loved the sister.
Okay, so who is Olaf?
That's from the movie. Crap.
Yeah, Frozen.
Frozen. Thank you.
You're right. It's Olaf.
It is Olaf.
It is Olaf. Are you thinking about the caribou?
No, I was thinking about the. Hold on. I'm thinking the blonde guy who fell in love with the sister was Sven.
The blonde guy?
Yeah, there's a blonde guy.
Christoph.
Well, who was Sven?
Sven is the reindeer.
Oh, okay. Well, not so bad. I got one of them right. We went.
Well, yeah, because
go ahead.
Well, when you think of Nordic and stuff like that. I get how you would think Sven, but Sven is the reindeer.
Okay. Well, I did better than what I did yesterday. We went to go see Avatar,
How
and
was that new Avatar?
I enjoyed it, but I didn't realize how much I had forgotten. So Mrs. Tiger was saying this and saying that, and I'm like, I'm starting to have some memories about the original one, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a tearjerker because yet again there was another war that was breaking out, and you saw all the the people that were native to the planet lose friends and family and loved ones, and the other animals that were able to talk to them, and you saw the heartache that war brought. So it was fun one moment, it was romantic the next moment, it was a tearjerker the next. So it put me through the whole, um, and would probably anyone put you through the whole emotional roller coaster. And get this, it's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, Dances with Wolves type material, but a lot of people said that they didn't even notice that they were in there that long.
No, we
What's
didn't.
up, Grumpy Grasshole? How you doing?
Hey, Grumpy, welcome. So let's go on to some of this unboxing here. By the way, the teddy bear, I brought that out because a couple live streams ago, Frosty got a teddy bear for Christmas, and it was with him in his what was a sailor type of teddy bear. And interestingly enough, earlier in the day, my wife found this there you go. See, the two teddy bears need to hang out together. So you were in the Navy, and I've always enjoyed being a physician. So I thought that's kind of cool. We built this at Build-A-Bear many years ago,
Built this city on rock and roll.
and a lot of stuffing. So basically, when I saw you do that, like, I need to pull that out for the Christmas live stream. So that was kind of cool. So I got this from this really crazy person called Frostbite, who, by the way, does know my real name, so I crossed all that out. So Mrs. wanted to open it up, and I told her leave it alone because I won't be able to get it back in the bag.
It folds in there easy enough.
That is so cool. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I know who I'm getting this for.
Yeah, I've been trying to find an abominable, but I can't find one. I'll have to look a little harder. Maybe on Amazon.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I got to do that. So you got to clean it up a little bit. It looks like the package opened, or maybe that was your wife cut it open, but
No, I opened it up and she wanted to pull it out, and I told her leave it alone. So, no, that's probably a little bit from the packaging here. She ended up getting me an additional hat because we traded in my full dresser for a trike. So I think she's going to let me ride. She's going to ride the trike with me. Thank goodness.
that's
I
cool.
tell my wife that all the time. Okay, doll. Clarify that. What do you tell your wife all the time?
Leave it in the package.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, stop touching it. Oh, that's funny.
And This one right here is from Lisa. Normally at our home, we take our Christmas cards and put them on the tree. Three wise men, kind of appropriate considering the box over here. And Tiger and family, may all the special gifts of the season be yours. Merry Christmas, many blessings in 2026. And it says Crafty. I guess that's Crafty's real first name. I'll start using the correct name. So then I got one from Stack Ann, who I really enjoy. I tease her constantly. All kinds of Mary, Tiger and Wifey, may you feel happiness all around you this season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Anne. Really enjoy her. She's a lot of fun to tease, and she rolls with it pretty well. One day I tease her about that wooden owl all the time. She says, "Are you really wanting a wooden owl?" I said, "No, it's just part of the gimmick." Then I got a couple here. Let's see here. This one.
Thanks, Vinny. We'll give that away.
Huh?
Oh, he said, nice drawing. And I said, we'll give that away. This is
okay.
from Rusty.
This one here is for Mishy Stacker. Honestly, I really didn't expect all the kindness that came to the home over this season. So I wanted to say thank you to everyone that I've already mentioned and will mention. So let's see here. Oh, come on, fingers. Thinking of you. I was just starting doing pours in the spring. You're first on my list for one of the Tiger ones. Tiger, just realized I never sent you any of my channel swag, so here it is. We will continue to pray for you, and if you need anything, let us know, Mishy. Thank you, Mishy. I appreciate that. And he sent me a lot of swag. Poker chips, magnets, stickers.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. I held off. I was going to do a video on this, but I decided to do it as part of the Christmas live stream, just simply because it was such a nice thing. Michigan, only broken state, unless you consider the little tiny pieces of Florida. He's done a really good job with these stickers. Put them over here. And I hope he does get a chance to watch this live stream at a little bit later time. And then I got, last but not least, let me get this out. This is from Metal Matt. He sent a 1 ounce Ukrainian coin for Mrs. Tiger.
That's cool.
I want to thank you very much. She really, really is looking forward to it. I told her she had to wait until after this live stream, though. She gave me the evil eye. And then he showed me how much of a good person he really is. Okay, I'm going to show you what I mean here in a second. Hi, Tiger. Please enjoy some gifts from me and a couple of gifts for Amy Harrell and Ellie. I thought Mrs. Tiger would enjoy a coin from Ukraine. Is that for me? Your friend, Metal Matt. So
That's nice, Metal Matt. That's awesome.
So he sent to me a 1/2 Arizona Goldback. And I've never seen this one before. It says it's 50 milligrams of 24 karat gold arum. And I know you're not the biggest fan, but this one's from supposed to represent Dallas Fort Worth, also made by the Goldback Company. So I thought maybe you'd at least enjoy a little bit of Texas here in the home. Now,
she's going to do her reveal. Hold on. What kind of junk has she got going on here?
Should I make her big? I'm thinking make her big.
Oh, that's funny. You know who that is?
Isn't that from the dinosaurs?
Yeah, do you know it's one of my favorite characters, like all-time favorite characters.
The squirrel that always has trouble with the nuts?
Scrat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Nice.
She just did a little chintzy one really quickly, but yeah, it's that's fun.
So this one is for Ellie from Metal Matt, and another half Goldback in a really pretty plastic container, which I'll show you here in a second. And then here's one for Amy Harrell. I didn't see Amy or Ellie in here, so I'm going to have to send that to them. Another half Arizona. They come in these really interesting little packages. Never seen them before. So Metal Matt, thank you for shipping those to me. I'll ship them off to their new owners here in a little while. And I, feel bad that Frosty didn't get any.
I did not. I like that one though.
What you like the Liberty one?
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready to go to war?
Again, we've talked about this.
I know.
I like a lot of the art on the Goldbacks.
I know you don't believe in them much for a financial or stacking strategy.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to play a pivotal role under SHTF when some people will not deal with using silver for goods and services. Only time will tell. You may be right. I may be right. It can go either which way. Let's see here. DFW Goldback is new for 2025. I think first year of issue, if I remember correctly. You may be right, Larry. You may be. So one of the things I'm going to do here is I'm going to not only do the giveaways, but I had a few people when I did a last giveaway never send me a claiming email for 1 gram of silver. So I wanted to let everyone know. So Bifrost, what did you get for Christmas?
Bifrost, what all did you get for Christmas? She got some canvas. lots of painting stuff, painting art stuff. A really nice jewelry box, some money, a couple pieces of silver. And a game. The snooty, snotty laughter game. Yeah.
Okay, what's that?
You put these little pig snouts on your face, and the whole thing is for you to play this game and not laugh. And if you do laugh, then this goofy thing goes or whatever. It makes this, you breathe in, it makes you sound like a hog. It's supposed to be a fun game. So I bought it for them so they can play it.
Yeah, I want her to have the ability to use her skills, build her skills, and get successful.
She's she did a drawing. My wife, we have a new pup, and we have a painting from a good friend of ours who passed away, of both of our dogs, the one that's still around and then the one that passed. And so she decided she was going to, for Christmas, paint her one. It turned out amazing. The likeness of our dog, it's really, really good. The quality of her work. She has some other work that she has that is quite amazing. So she's she says she can pull some up and show some. So I'll have her show some off here in a little bit. But her skill, even just after a little bit of schooling that she's done this semester, she's seen some improvement. So she knows she has lots to do, and she's all about that, and she loves it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here in the next couple years. I think her skill set as an artist is going to just explode.
Good. Good. You need to check something.
Okay.
I sent something for Bifrost so she can get whatever she thinks she needs. And since your wife enjoys nice things like wine on special times, something for you to get for her.
Oh, got it. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Tell her to take an extra couple sips for me too.
Well, if you want a sip of something good, this is one of her drawings that she's done. Abstract stairwell. Obviously, you've seen the angel.
Of course.
Yeah, cool piece. She's working on some of her stuff.
She did a good job at all those. And that looks like an old church.
That's one of the ones. These are all from when we went to Europe, right? Different photos from places in Europe. She drew some different pieces. This is one of the cool pieces I like. Work on the ear a little bit, but this is one of my favorite pieces. I love that piece.
It is nice.
This one reminds me of Mad Stacker.
I was actually thinking about Oliver Twist.
Oh, it's cool.
She's really good at what she does.
Yeah. Here, put that on your screen real quick. So this is my own creation. This is apple, cinnamon sticks, a brown sugar, and moonshine. And you'll let it soak for 7 days, and it turns into basically moonshine that tastes like an apple pie. It's wicked.
Good.
It's amazing. It's potent, but that's only do it for the holidays.
Okay. So how much did you send me?
I can't ship that stuff.
I know I'm messing with you. It's a lot of fun to mess with you because you do it to me all the time.
Vinny's like, oh, so she's the one that got all my drawing talent. I knew it had to go somewhere.
That's
Yeah, she's
cool.
going to wrap it up. She's got
Okay.
some friends and her sister online, so
I don't
she's
blame
just going to leave that there.
her. I don't
Put it
blame her.
on your
You know, let her enjoy her
one.
friends and her family.
The Olaf. She's going to go put it on Olaf and leave that there. That way we can see it. Well, no, so Grumpy, it's very, very, very small trace amounts. It's more of something just to sip on. But it's only a holiday thing. I don't like to drink. Yeah, no, not that one, sweetheart. Thank you. Yeah. She's got jokes. What's the recipe again? So if you go to any kind of store that has any kind of cinnamon or apple based moonshine, take 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, take 2 cinnamon sticks, and then take just old Honeycrisp apple. It has to be not quite old, but it needs to have sat for a little while. Cut it up, slide it in the bottle, let it all soak for 7 days. Pull it out and it's just you sit around a fire, visit with friends, chit chat, do whatever. You can eat the apple afterwards if it doesn't completely dissolve it away, but it will dissolve most of it away. The cinnamon stick and all that stuff. And then when you're all done, about 2, 3, 4 hours before you go to pour it, stick it in the fridge, make it all nice and cold, and amazing. Yeah, it's an amazing holiday drink.
It is. It is.
But you got to be careful with it. You got to respect the hell out of it because it'll knock you on your tail quick.
I'm a weakling anyway. Mrs. and I went to have dinner yesterday at Red Lobster. I had basically like 1.5 drinks, and I was down for the rest of the count. You know, it was everything I could do to get through the movie. But once I got through the movie, got home, boom, gone.
Yeah, I'm not a huge drinker. I like to sip every once in a while. I did enough of that when I was younger, and now I just, again, I do it. I like stuff that tastes good for me. I drink it more for social, whatever, and on rare occasion. But normally I'm sitting on water or Gatorade or something like that. But it's really good. Yeah, Grumpy, it's a really good drink when it's cool outside, sit by the fire. And I prefer the purple one, the purple or the white one. But yeah, sit by the fire, chit chat, tell stories and jokes. And, you know, if you're sitting around a campfire or an outside stove, you know, tell your buddies to light up their stogies and just sit back and let the campfire roar and maybe make a s'more and do some of these. Yeah, it's a great night.
Never did any stogies. I wasn't much into tobacco. I always thought it was kind of a nasty habit.
I have lung issues, so I don't smoke anything. Just it's not. I try to protect my lungs. So I just don't do that. But I don't mind, and I'll probably pick a couple up for my sons for New Year's. Sit outside, turn the fire on, and you know, do that. But this is just something fun. And I had a buddy who used to make them from scratch, and he gave me his recipe, and he said, "You can do it the hard way, or you can just go get this." And they have different kinds of models of moonshine here in Texas that you can go pick up. They're potent, and then you just soak the ingredients in there, and holy smokes, man, it turns out amazing. Control fruit juice over crushed ice. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
What is that Cointreau?
It's like it's a fruit punch.
Okay.
But again, if you have a sweet tooth and you're just looking for something to sip on for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me pull up some people here. Go ahead and everyone just throw something into the chat because I want to, start giving some of these things away. We're not going to give the teddy bear away though. That's fond memories.
Vinny, I like that's funny. I had a buddy who said he hadn't drank since they invented the funnel. And I resemble that remark. And by the way, folks, we are not promoting drinking. Just so you know, this is a holiday only thing. Yeah, memories. That's exactly what this is.
Yeah, this is kind of more. I didn't want to do a live where we're going to talk a lot about precious metals. We do that all year long. This is for us, for our community, for us to feel connected. Even more so if any of us don't have a whole lot of family around. This is for it's kind of like having you all over. Just to enjoy a Christmas day, that type of thing. I'm just going to throw little giveaways in to say thank you for all of you who support the channel. I really appreciate you. And if you guys do have any chance to, make sure that you hit the like button and make sure that if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and subscribe to this guy over here. He's got an artist to support. He needs all the help he can get. So okay, that was supposed to be funny, but
if there's anybody in here that hasn't subscribed to my channel, I only need one to 6,800. So just one. That would be awesome. That would make me happy tonight. OC Stacker. I also make an apple peach cinnamon stick holiday. Yeah. So what I used to make, and I don't know if you know what these are. Whenever I would get a serious cold or something like that, I'd do a hot toddy, which is Jameson or any kind of liqueur or whatever you want to put in there. Hot tea, normally chamomile, lemon, cinnamon, and a drizzle of honey with a little bit of brown sugar. And you can do that with, instead of adding honey, you can do raspberry, you can do peach, you can do peppermint if you have either the peppermint sticks or peppermint oil. Peppermint sticks work really well, but you have to let it sit after a little while. And there's a few of those that you can kind of go through and do that with. And the one cool thing about it is just changing up. Again, you have peach and all that other stuff. All the other ingredients are the same. And you can create an amazing tea that helps, one, soothe your throat, but you can mix it to your sweetness level and your favorite flavor. So if you like strawberries, blend up a strawberry, put it in a mesh, soak it, make that hot tea, do the lemon, or skip the lemon, do the honey, the brown sugar and stuff, and then put the Jameson in there. Hot toddies are amazing, and they're good for you. They clear your chest, they clear your sinuses. Yeah, I've been drinking those since I was probably a teenager when I was sick. Thanks, OC.
Thanks, OC. Appreciate you. He's been a really good member and moderator. So thank you, OC.
OC's okay. Careful, you don't want to talk him up too much. His head will get fatter than it already is.
Well, his head gets really fat when he gets a chance to tease Nick.
He's over here like, Frosty, I thought we were friends, brother. No, I only pick on people I like. Small doses. There you go. No, OC's good people, and again, it's important to have people that collect and know coins or know where to get items. And he's one of those people that if you tell him you're looking for something, he's always keeping his eye out for you. So OC's a good egg.
He is. He is. I need to. Let me see here. I don't want to give away too much.
Oh, Daryl, I ain't gonna argue that at all, brother. He is in fact a troublemaker.
Oh, he is. Check this out. What Surfer sent to me. That's a scream.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
I think it's weird, but okay.
Well, Surfer, Tiger, making a mess out of everything. I laughed hysterically. The other thing that he sent to me, now this isn't animated, but it's still pretty cool. Now, if I could only get ripped abs like that, maybe one day. But hey, check it out. Rockamus enjoyed it.
Well, good. I didn't say I didn't enjoy it. It was just weird. But honestly, and again, I'm fickle about AI. There's so much AI and crap out there that, I have enough time trying to identify what's genuine, real information. I don't want to fill my head with a bunch of that stuff.
Well, I'll give you that. There's a lot of stuff that's being thrown out there that's fake, that's really good quality, that can make someone think it's real. So let's see here. I'm going to have to get some participants. I hope you all have been participating. Let's see here. Go to participants. And bring up the tiger wheel. Okay.
Vinny wants to know if he gets a trophy for participating.
You might get picked on the wheel.
Make sure you turn your volume down.
Okay.
Because I know you think it's me that has the issue with loud, but it's really loud on the other end.
Okay, shuffling, that's a good sign. Yeah, we got to turn it down here for Clark Kent. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the 1 ounce, 1 gram of silver. Then the other ounce of silver. Then the NIFC. And then a roll for each of the 2 ounces. Okay, here we go.
And just to avoid any controversy, my name is not on there. Daryl USA.
Daryl USA.
Congratulations.
Well, since we have so few people here, I'm not taking people out. Okay. So we'll just go with that. Okay. So people can win more than once.
Oh, well, then you should have put me in.
I'll put you in then. Hold on.
No. I'm just joking. Come on, Larry. Oh, that's close. Oh, it's just over, Larry. Wow.
Larry
that was close. You know, mine's like Frosty.
So 1 gram silver to Daryl USA, 1 gram silver to Larry Singh from T the Silver Stacker. So when you get a chance, tell him thank you. This one's
What's
going to
up,
be.
my silver journey? How you doing, brother?
Hi, my Silver Journey. Welcome. He's a mod, so I'm going to put him in there. Although I'm going to put him in as MSJ just to save
That
me
works.
time. So this is for the NFC.
You
For
can
the
put
half
me in there as
dollar.
MSG. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Because I give some people indigestion, you know.
I could never see that happening.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's going to be Justice. Kin of mine.
Congratulations, kin of mine. By the way, make sure that you go ahead and send a claiming email to thetigerstacker@gmail.com. Please do it within 2 days because I got a lot of other projects going on, and I happen to disagree with you, my Silver Journey. You are actually worthy. You're a very good contributor to the community, and I really enjoyed your short that you did earlier about the current day price of silver and gold today. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Thank you, Frosty. Appreciate that. So this next one is for 1 of the ounces, either the leopard or the UFO. So we'll go ahead and shuffle again. Grumpy Grasshole.
Congratulations.
And one more time. Grumpy, you'll go first dibs. You can have the UFO or the leopard. Just let me know. And the last one. Larry Singh. You won the other ounce.
Congratulations, Larry. Hey, Michael and Nancy, good day.
Hi, Michael and Nancy.
well.
Wish you got here a little sooner. So, Grumpy, do you want the UFO or do you want the leopard? And as
Larry's
I said
like,
before,
cougar, baby.
What's that?
Larry's like, cougar me, baby.
Is that what he said? Because I didn't see it.
No, he said nothing. Grumpy says, I'm not picky.
Okay. Did Larry, if Grumpy doesn't want to pick, if you want to pick, let me know. So Larry says he'll take the leopard. Got it. Now, as I said, please send me an email within 48 hours and I'll get things out. I'm not really very fast getting them out, but I do get them out. So,
yeah, he's not quick at all.
I usually am pretty kind of occupied with other things. But no, that's pretty much it. But I just wanted to give back to the community. After all, it is Christmas. So, by the way, speaking about giving away, I do want to. You're welcome, Daryl. I want to point out that if I can get to 5,000, I'm going to give away 5 ounces of gold. 5 ounces, sorry, 5 ounces of silver. Correct
Yeah,
myself.
correct that. Yeah,
Yeah,
please correct
five
that.
ounces of
Yeah.
silver. So, if you guys can get me to 5,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway for 5 ounces of silver. So, I appreciate you all for doing that. So, I want to thank you all for coming and for sharing this time with us. I know it's kind of a little bit of an impromptu, but I really just wanted it to be about hanging out and letting everybody feel part of the community. We can talk about gold and silver and stacking and other precious metals and geopolitical and all that on a different time. I just thought, hanging out with it's okay, MSJ. You know, maybe you and I can do something together. I've talked to you about that before. I'm just waiting for you to give me an affirmative. So it's up to you.
It'd be fun. You know what? Actually, what it'd be fun to do, and maybe
What?
we can coordinate this. If there's some of you out there that'd like to do like a metals panel and either ask common numismatic questions that maybe stackers have, or we can talk about strategies and how you can utilize things like Lynette Zing's strategy of buying like pre-33. Again, great time to buy pre-33. Why it's a good time to buy those things. What are some of the strategies? I think that'd be a fun conversation. And I think my silver journey would be good in that if they're interested.
Yeah, he's a pretty knowledgeable guy.
Agree.
He did a really nice short about the current prices and the gold silver ratio, which has finally dipped under 60. Lowest I've seen it today was 57. So it's going to be interesting to see what other people are doing. Are they going to buy more gold? Are they going to trade their silver in for gold? Are they going to wait and do one of those two things? Are they going to leave it alone? I saw a really, really good piece recently. Whose channel did I see it on? I'm not sure if it was Surfer or if it was on Citizens for Sound Money. But Rob Kynes, he was of the mindset he doesn't care what the silver to gold ratio is. He's going to buy 50-50, 50% gold, 50% silver. And that's always been his stacking strategy. And he's of the mindset that thanks, Frosty. Appreciate you putting up Silver Journeys channel.
Absolutely.
So he mentioned that he does 50-50 and he doesn't worry about it because he doesn't want to worry about it. It brings him peace not to worry about it. There's a good bit of sanity in keeping the peace and not having to worry about all that all the time. So I hope one day I might be able to actually interview him. A pretty smart guy and tightly involved with Citizens for Sound Money. So having him on would be a really good guest if I can get introduced to him. But that's a topic for a different day. Oh, I don't know if I told you. Speaking of interviews, I've got a live coming up Saturday. I'm going to try to do it around 5 p.m. It's going to be introducing Dennis Keating from Alpine Gold with Chris Pritt. And I can now officially say it. Chris Pritt has announced his candidacy for West Virginia State Senate. And
Beauty.
and I'm hoping with introducing him to Daniel Diaz and Dennis Keating and if I'm really lucky, Lynette Zhang and other people in the stacking community, that he will get the amount of knowledge and muscle to resist the resistance he got before, when the bankers in West Virginia didn't want his House bills to proceed to law regarding sound money. But with Citizens for Sound Money, Goldback, Alpine Gold, hopefully he'll have the knowledge and the muscle to get the legislation in this state to come through. That would give us 12 states. 12. That is 24% of all the states in the union. And the more percentage we get for sound money, the better of a chance we have to protect ourselves against digital money. Just a little food for thought. So if you can, be there. I got to reach out to Chris Pritt again to verify he's going to make the 5 o'clock. Him being a very busy attorney, he doesn't always have all the time to take a phone call during the weekdays. It's only on the weekends that he has any freedom. And then I have to make sure that I get a time when he's not obligated that to his young'uns. So that's pretty much all I have. How about you?
Tomorrow morning live, we're going to be talking about the Denver Mint. For those of you who haven't been tracking, I've been doing story time. So the first 10, 20, 15, 30 minutes, whatever, we talk about a story. So I physically write a story, and John Denver.
Oh, I love John Denver.
So the story that I wrote for tomorrow is going to be in a style that he is speaking. And the story is about Denver, the Denver Mint, some of the things that happened from Denver, some of the coins, and it's going to tie in some of John Denver's songs. For instance, he was born in the summer of his 27th year to a place he never knew before. And so those lines are tied in to the story that I wrote. So unfortunately, I don't have Tiger's Brothers AI prowess to actually get John Denver's voice to read it for me, which would be really cool. So you're just going to have to listen to me read it. But again, just trying to write these things and be creative and do the numismatic story piece. Then I'm going to tell you guys some really cool facts about Denver. Matter of fact, if you guys want to hear one, did you guys know that there was a ghost of the Guard of Linton? In Denver, 1922, there was a robbery. Employees began reporting strange occurrences at the Mint. One of them says that there's a legend of the ghost of Charles Linton. This was a guard that was actually killed in the heist. And so they say that he continues to guard the hallways, and strange occurrences have been found. They've actually recorded sounds of footsteps when the building is empty at night. The machine is off. It's all by itself, and you can actually hear the sound. They've actually recorded the sound of footsteps during that time frame. Interesting stories. So I'm going to be bringing some of those facts tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we're going to talk about a couple different coins that, quote unquote, may have come from Denver and what's going on with them, some of the counterfeits, enlighten you on some of the stories there. And that's what we have planned this weekend. And then I'm not sure about you, but we have the spreadsheet, that kind of the tracking spreadsheet for those people that are interested in kind of tracking what they have. So if they're looking at buying something, they kind of know what's in their stack. And I've created a little tool for you to be able to determine what you have. Obviously, you have to enter the stuff. But if you're interested in that, we'll be showing that. So lots of stuff coming up in the next couple of days.
Basically, Frosty's done kind of a numismatic version of what I've done. Mine's more of a basic stacker mentality. But
Pull up the
there's-
screen. I'll give him a taste.
What's that?
Pull up the screen. I'll give him a taste.
Okay. Is that a taste of the spreadsheet or a taste of that moonshine?
Definitely the spreadsheet.
Okay. Bear with me here.
Yep, take your time. So what I've got here is these are all the coins by year, by type. And what you can do is, let's say that you get a new coronet cent. Okay, so you're going to be adding one. You can actually add the row here. So you'll insert that. It's going to be this particular coin. So you would save it, paste it. You're going to be adding one. The mint mark on this one is going to be the Charlotte Mint. It is a 1 cent variety. And the year on this one is going to be 1819, for instance. If it's raw, you would put raw. You can put there, you can type in numismatic. It'll automatically list up. You're going to list copper. If you want to do the weights, the prices, and all that stuff, you can do that. I'm just going to put this in here like so. And then when you come over to the dashboard, you can actually sort by whatever's there. So somebody in chat, name a coin. I don't care what coin you have, but name a coin. It's got to be US. It can be silver. It can be gold. I may have it. I may not. If you're talking about a Stella, it's probably not in there. I haven't done pattern coins. These are your most common ones. And then what you can do, 1797 large cent. Okay, so we go to large cents here, 1797 right here. So what I want to do is I'm going to be looking at only the 1 cent category. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at stuff that is 1 cent. Okay, now I can see that they're there. If I actually want to break this down farther, I can see that I have two of these. Both of these, in this case, are 1793. So if I know that I'm looking for a 1797 large cent, I don't have that in my collection. I do have two 1793s that are in MS62 brown. So what this will do is, if you're going to go to a coin shop or a coin show or something like that, and you think you're looking for a coin, you can actually come to this spreadsheet once you've entered your information, and it will let you know whether or not you need that coin. I know that there's been a ton of times where I've gone to coin shows thinking I needed a coin, and when I got back, it wasn't the right year, wasn't the right mint mark, wasn't even the right denomination. So you can put this together, narrow it down to however deep you want it. If I want to take out all the bullion stuff and I only want to look at numismatic, let's say that I want to do 1 cent and 2 cent. We'll add that here. And I want to find out what's going on here so I can look at the 1864. So if I want to get another 1864, and I want to upgrade my typeset book or something like that, I know that I need to get MS67. So this can really help inform you of what you want to buy and what you need to be looking for. If you're looking for the poor ones or things like that, once you enter all your inventory in, then you can actually go through and generate. It'll tell you how much money you spent on the coin, how much money is in the metal value, and then it'll tell you how many gold, silver, or platinum items that you have. And again, I'll fine tune this a little bit more as we go, but I'm going to walk through building this, how you'll do stuff. I'll bring in some inventory. We'll enter inventory in the live stream. You'll see how this gets populated. And then again, I'll go through a couple items and teach you how to do stuff. So if you have some books that you're trying to fill, you may not want to use this for your entire collection, but maybe you have a couple typeset books, or maybe you have something that you collect, the Libertads. Maybe you're collecting the, what is the one, the Panner? Oh, why am I all of a sudden drawing a blank? It's like the California Gold Rush one, but then Engelhard did the 49er. That one, I can't remember what the name of it is. Anyway, or kookaburras. Yeah, exactly, kookaburras. You can list the years and you can list the mint marks, and then you just go through and say, hey, these are the ones I have, or if it's the proof or the reverse proof or whatever it is, you can go get the listing of that, add that to the sheet, and then boom, you just start calculating what you have. This will help inform you. That way, when you go, you can just take a picture with that. The prospector. Thank you. My mind went absolutely brain dead. But then you can kind of come through, figure out what's going on, take a picture of this with your phone, go to the coin show, open it up, and it tells you exactly what it is that you need to buy when you're going to a coin show or when you're going to a coin shop. And it also lets you know sometimes if you're getting a really good deal, because again, if you have your inventory, and again, I haven't filled all this information out because I'm just building this as a model. But if you're filling out all this information, you can find out that you have multiples of something. And then again, you can, track the money that you spend, how much money it's worth, track the various mint marks and things of that nature. So really cool. Again, this is just the initial concept, but it's something to help you if you're really trying to focus. And in this hobby, not just purely stacking, but in the hobby itself, which is collecting anything, whether it's for stacking purposes or just numismatic. If you are collecting something, it's really important that you know what you have. And so, hi, Barbara Wawa.
Baba Wawa.
Anyway, so we'll be talking about this. We'll enter some things in here. If somebody wants to add a category, I'll show them how easy it is to add a category. We'll teach people how to do this. And then once it's there, I'm going to make this available for everybody free. So actually my silver journey, I told Tiger that I was actually going to work that, because what I can do is if I can find the name, I can actually have this reach out and grab this and pull that information every time I open the spreadsheet. You'd have to go up to data and then you'd have to refresh the information. So if you go to data and then you come over here to refresh, you would have to refresh it. Then these pieces would update. I've already talked to him about that, and I'm definitely going to be doing that. Hey, Daryl, take care of yourself. Have a good day.
Hey, Daryl. Thank you for coming.
So I'm going to continue to build this, continue to talk with people about what you can do. These are just ideas. Yeah, and it's not hard to do, but I'm going to generate that so that these populations happen automatically based off of the metal that you choose. It will always be Kitco, or it will always be SD Bullion, or it will always be Monument Metals, or wherever that link is, it'll always be the same. So that you're always getting the same information from the same source. But anyway, I'll play with this more. Just be something available to you. Do you have to use it? No, this is just us being geeks. But if you want to better inform yourself of what you have, maybe in a book or a series of books, then this is a good way to do it. So fun stuff.
Yeah, mine is basically, about the weight. I do have some things categorized, not to that level. For me, when I started mainly a stacking. And Frosty does bring up some very interesting pieces about if you go to try to sell something that has some numismatic value, if you could or could not be taken advantage of. I've been trying to get out of the things that have higher premium, mainly because if my wife has to liquidate later in time, she's not going to pay any attention to it. I really want to make sure that she has the best chances of not being taken advantage of, because not all of our loved ones pay attention to the same stuff we do. I was actually really shocked for Christmas. She said that she wanted me to get her some gold, which turned out to be this piece right here. I was like, I can't believe it. You actually wanted me to get you a coin. And it made me feel really good to do that for her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I'm telling you, dude, uh, here's yet another example. Let me get this back up here. There's yet another example how Chevelle has been really good to the family. I bought this the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve day, for $450. It was basically $10 over spot price. And when she looked at me and says, "Was that a good price?" I pulled up SD Bullion, AppMex, and a few others, and they were approximately $100 more than what I got it for over at the pawn shop. So just a little food for thought. Go to the local coin shops, local pawn shops if they're good to you, and you're probably going to get a much better deal than what you will with the online dealers.
Could be. Yep, could be.
So just a little food for thought. Oh, look at that.
Well, hey, why don't we draw one more name
Okay.
and let's give away this little piece that Bifrost drew.
Of course. I got to talking.
So did I.
So let's go ahead and have people put comments in there so we can, chat it up so that we can get everybody participated, because some people might have gone already. I would rather be from someone who is actually here.
Tiger, do you know what silver's at right now?
I just looked at it just a little bit ago. It's $79.52.
$79.27 right now. Holy cow, we're gonna pop 80.
Yeah, we are going to pop 80. And you were telling me it was going to drop.
I think it still will. Things don't go straight up like that and not
No,
come back
they
down.
typically don't. But I know you're not a big firm believer in cup and handle, but all the people that seem to be talking about the everything in the know always bring up the cup and handle. Gold right now is 45.45 and no pennies. And the gold to silver ratio is $57, 57.10. No, there's no dollars, it's a ratio. 57.1.
Yeah, you want to see the one that I'm all goo about?
Yeah, I was. Are you talking about that ship platinum?
Look at platinum.
Oh, I will. Hold on. 2463 and change. It shot the moon, dude.
Yeah.
Made me wish I would have bought that 1/10 ounce that you were thinking about, but didn't want to. That would have
the ship one.
No. That was a 1 ounce.
Oh yeah.
That one was a 1/10 ounce platinum eagle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's subsequently been gone. Someone snagged it. The only thing
I
left
was told
1 ounce of palladium.
when it dropped from 17, when I bought it 1750, it dropped down to like 1550, and people told me that I was crazy. I turned around and bought another one, and it's gone up. When I made my video a couple of days ago, it had gone up $600. The last 2 days, it's gone up. It's almost up $800 per ounce from the time that I sold some of my silver to the time that it is now. So definitely it was a good call. And again, it's just absolutely, it's going nuts right now. So, and we'll be talking more about this.
Yeah, palladium shot up.
Nickels, dimes. Can't believe the powers that be are letting silver go so high. I've talked about that a number of times. When you look at some of the information that has come out and the manipulation that's happened with silver. Again, JP Morgan, their ties to China. There's a lot of accusations that happen there. But you're just looking at the general price. Somebody messaged me today that says, yeah, but look at the dump that rhodium took. And again, rhodium was up quite a bit and then went down and then went back up again. But all of them are up right now. It's crazy.
Not one of them that's come down at all. I have to admit,
the numbers are nuts.
That 1 ounce of palladium that's at the pawn shop, she was selling it at spot. Now it's gone up too. Let's see.
So
palladium
is still cheaper than when I first got into this hobby. When I first got into this hobby, everybody was telling me to buy palladium, and it plummeted down to $800, right around $800. I think it was like $860, $890, and then it just has just exploded. But everything is exploding, and the numbers are high, and again, you're seeing good volume. Lots of buying. Buying is good because buying causes things to go up. So it's really interesting to see where the metals are going. But
I don't think it's stopping. What I'm expecting, and Frosty and I disagree on this one. I'm expecting more cup and handles. I'm expecting more stepwise progression. We're going to have pullbacks. I don't think, especially in silver, I don't think we're going to have a pullback of more than 20%. That there's just too much moving parts that are not going in the right direction. January 1st, China's going to either completely or substantially decrease the export of silver. Yet they're standing for physical silver at LBMA. Same thing with India. Russia's jumping on board with it. The backlog of silver, I mean, the refiners just can't keep up with the demand to make more COMEX bars. In fact, Ian was telling me that he gets better premium on 1,000-ounce COMEX bar because it's already in the right form, stamped correctly with all the labelings for all the refiners, and all he's got to do is just turn it around. Buy it one moment, sell it the next, and there doesn't have to be a remelting. So it's,
yeah, I agree.
The next thing that they'll do is they want to buy bigger ounces. They want to buy the 100-ounce bars than the kilos. The smaller pieces, they're not willing to pay as much premium on because that's more pieces they got to put into the smelter and melt it down and create COMEX bars out of it. If you can put in, 10 100-ounce bars, that's that much manpower hours you got to do to get it melted to make a new COMEX bar. So it's kind of interesting because it's completely reversed from what it was before. Usually the smaller pieces would command the bigger premium, and now it's quite the opposite. It's also why I think that silver mines, although they've had a little bit of improvement today, they're not gaining like one would think before all this backlog, because the refiners don't want alloyed silver, and mined silver is even less pure. When they got to purify the galena, which is nothing more than a bunch of rocks mixed with a bunch of metals, and they got to refine it out. They don't want to spend that amount of energy and time and refining techniques to get that out to make more COMEX bars, because the big push is to get COMEX and LBMA resupplied. So that's why, right now, if you were going to buy constitutional silver, oh shoot, that reminds me, we didn't do a spin on the likes. But honestly, that's why you're not seeing it. Let me see how many likes do we have. We have 35 likes, so that's going to constitute one dime. Let me go ahead and harvest the participants. All right. 36 likes. So we're going to go ahead and get the tiger reel back up again. Okay. Share screen. You still there, Frosty?
I am.
Okay.
Just being quiet. Larry says pull him out.
Okay. All right.
Merry Christmas, Vinny. Hope you have a wonderful holiday.
Merry Christmas, Vinny. Merry Christmas. So, what do you want to do first, the dime or your or Bifrost drawing?
Do the dime.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Baba Wawa. She's very lucky on this channel. She wins a lot.
It happens. People will go in spurts and they'll just pick up and 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 pick up. And then all of a sudden they don't win for a long time. But yeah, she's been on the ball.
So this one is for the drawing, which is a very good drawing.
And if I win it, I'm keeping it.
Okay. I can't blame you.
Just letting everybody know. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
No way.
Hell yeah. That's fitting as hell. Well, it's coming to you.
Did you say that was fitting?
I said that was fitting.
Oh, that's nice. I like her stuff.
I know you do.
I'm going to have to get them put into a frame. I still
Everybody's
have
like rigged.
Oh, here we go. That's
No, this is good. You need to change the name of that to Yankee Wheel. And then run one. And set only one winner.
What, Yankee?
Yankee.
Oh,
all right.
Last time he did a live, he was saying that his wheel was dead, it was kaput, and I basically typed into his live stream that Rig Nation won, and he got all upset and tried to defend it, and I'm like, no, dude, Professor Rig DeBoard has found a way to shut her down.
Well, you know how Professor digged it, or Professor rigged it, right? Or how the professor unrigged it.
What did he do?
He found out that they were changing the names. And so he worked with YouTube to change the aliases and made him go with the ats. because the ats weren't being picked up by the wheel, and that's what broke the wheel.
Oh, really?
Yep. So he's gonna do a full detailed description coming soon, I believe.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm working on rig 9. It's kind of stuck because my brother-in-law, who does all my high-tech, really good stuff, uh, he doesn't have a whole lot of electricity in Ukraine. It's being rationed out, and when it's on, he's recharging a car battery, and then the car battery runs the computer when the electricity's out, but it only lasts so long. So he's not able to download a lot of the material that I sent to him. It's really a big bummer.
Yeah, well, and again, for those of you who aren't tracking, Yankees will is broke, 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 right? The way that they had designed that, they had reached out. YouTube actually did change the way they did it, and because they shifted that, it completely broke the wheel. This is nothing new. People do this all the time. There used to be a couple channels that when I think it was Coins Making Sense, that whenever the Mint would do something, they used to have a number and they would do a tally and do a countdown of how many were left. And the Mint didn't like that. They changed the way they did that, and they don't show that anymore. So that you can't do the countdowns of how many expected coins are left based off of their order system. When they redid that, they broke it. So things like this, where you code or you develop something based off of the current structure, anytime they update their structure, it's going to break. And that's what happened to Yankee. It's unfortunate
Then how come mine works?
because you have something that you manually do, which is you manually go in and pull the participants.
Okay.
You manually select them. You manually paste them. He had a program that reached out during a 40-minute portion, a 20-minute portion, a 10-minute portion, and collected names for that 10 minutes. Once that was done, it detected who was there. And then all of a sudden they changed the way the program works. And that code, that algorithm that they had built to track the names no longer worked. And therefore the wheel broke. And that's what they discovered on the 200,000 subscriber.
So they changed it while he was doing that live stream.
Not while, but during that general time frame. Yeah,
Okay.
it was within hours or days.
Okay. Well, that would make sense because I was asking you why it doesn't show Tiger Stacker anymore. It shows the Tiger Stacker with the @ sign in front.
So, for those of you who aren't tracking, there's some. This is actually some good information for those of you who don't know. Lots of channels were having issues where people were coming in and pretending to be another channel, causing disruption, causing harmony issues. But it was happening with larger channels as well, and significantly enough that they would block somebody um, based off of the belief it was somebody, and it wasn't actually the case. And so uh, YouTube finally said, we're going to implement some really cool things. Here's how you change your name if you want to have a better channel name. This is how you go in and change it. And I've done that a long time ago. Mine used to be Frostbite 1083. Changed it to Frostbite Coins because it used to be Frostbite Coins and Collectibles was my alias. I changed that. And so they are implementing some really cool technology that's going to utilize that base thing. Yeah, exactly, Larry. What's up, AZ? And yeah, so it's interesting to see what's going to happen, but that's what happened with that, and that's why that broke. And he can explain what happened, but him and his connections that coded all of that had coded it based off of the alias. And um, when they no longer supported the alias, it crashed the system. So,
Wow.
yeah. So that's why I teased you, because I had a little bit of insight of what was happening there. The professor needs to say that that's why the wheel broke, because it's based on a fact, right? So, but
Hey, Daniel.
thanks for
Well,
selling money. What's up, brother? How are you?
I had a great time with the interviews with Daniel. I'm gonna Daniel, I'd like to have you up again for another interview in the near future, if that's okay. And just for your education, Daniel, that looks like Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to have a live with Dennis Keating from Alpine Gold and Chris Pritt. I got to really uh, make sure that Chris is able, because during the work week, his attorney life is very busy. And I'm going to try very hard to get him for the weekend, which he's promised, but he still wants me to remind him. So that's what's going on. So
Is bike contest still in here?
I didn't see the person.
I saw them enter a couple of things. Are you still here? If you are, let me know. I got a joke for you.
You're welcome, Baba Wawa.
Hey, bike contest. If you're going to, I don't know if you actually ride, but if you're going to buy a pump, I recommend everybody in chat go buy your bike pumps now.
Thank you, Daniel. I'll give you a call about that here in the near future.
Do you know why that is, Tiger?
Say that again.
If you're going to buy a bike pump, you got to buy it right now.
A buy pump?
A bike pump, like a foot pump or something that pumps up a tire.
Why is that?
Because of the rising cost of inflation.
I should have known it was a dad joke. And I was about ready to say, that doesn't matter. I already bought, a regular hand pump plus one that you carry on the bike in case you ever have an emergency.
Daniel, it's Frostbite Coins. I'm a buddy of Tiger's.
Yeah.
Larry's like, yeah.
We've been doing collaborative stuff for what, about a year and a half?
Yep. Oh, I am the king of dad jokes. If you want to check out the channel, Daniel, it's there. You can go over and check it out. I am a numismatic education channel. We talk stacking, gold, silver, platinum, all that stuff. But it's more dispelling the crap that's out there. There's so much mis and disinformation that I try to provide the best education and try to make numismatics fun. Tell stories, talk about different things. And actually, what's funny? His subscription put me at 6,800 subscribers. So thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
So I appreciate that. But so go check it out. Again, I don't buy, I don't sell. Integrity is a big part of the channel. And Tiger and I like to take both the stacking and collecting worlds, talk about things from a practical standpoint, and get feedback and look up and try to find, because there's so much bad information out there. We need some integrity back on some of these channels, and we need to get people engaged, because it's not just good to know what your money's worth. It's good to know your money. And so I think Tiger and we're modeling some other people, but I think we have a good thing going on. And again, a year. We've been doing this a year, Tiger.
It's been a year. Well, we've been doing other things without starting our collaboratives a little longer than that.
Well, we've been friends for a couple years, but my point is Stack Collector, the whole premise of Stack Collector started right around New Year's
You know,
last year.
you know what he really needs, Daniel, and I'm not joking. He needs some gold backs. I knew he was going to do that.
I was just, as soon as you said, you know what he needs, I went and queued it up. We have our discussions about gold backs. I think they're amazing collectibles, but stacking, I have my issue with them. But
is this the Arms that you're talking about? Because I got one as a gift, and I don't know much about them. No, Frosty and I have a serious disagreement about goldbacks, and on a day we might want to go ahead and go into a longer discussion. We've had discussions about it before. Short discussion was when we interviewed Lynette Zhang on a live stream, and then I think you were in the chat when I had Dennis Keating from Alpine Gold. So I'm a big proponent of him. He stands opposite, although he does like the pictures. Are you there?
who, me? Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just listening.
I know you tend to be a little bit quiet a good bit, but I say this all the time. There's always one that breaks you every single time, and that's your girlfriend here.
Well, it's not breaks. And again, you talk about gold backs of alarm or any of those style items. The artwork I like, the collectability I like, the premise behind them I like. What I don't support is a stacking strategy utilizing them. And again, we talk about the technology adoption curve. I can break that down from a person who is somebody who implements continuous process improvement and strategic planning and stakeholder investment and strategy. And again, when I look at this from my professional lens, I've got issues. And so it's not that I don't like them. I think there's a place for them, but it's just not stacking, in my opinion. And again, one thing that Tiger and I have clearly made our mind up on is that we agree to disagree. This is what we need more of. We need to be able to agree to disagree with certain things. But I have some gold backs. I have some of the Valariums. I have some of those because, again, when you're looking
this girl's your favorite, dude.
She's phenomenal. And you guys know I love my shit.
Pretty. She's dude, I told you a long time ago, if I met that girl in person, especially before I got married, I'd let her make me walk the plank.
Well, but again, there's a ton of them that are out there that are absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if you've seen some of the Tanzanian ones are really cool. There's some that are different ones. They have the buffaloes on them, the bears, the eagles. There's some really cool different arms out there that he's talking about. And they're neat from a collector standpoint. Some of these designs are phenomenal. But when you look at, again, stacking, it's about an adoption curve. I hear people say, we can talk strategy and investment later in another thing for whatever, but there are certain barriers that we run into with this. And so to each their own, everybody has to have their own strategy. My strategy doesn't include these, but it doesn't mean that people who do are wrong. It just means that I'm not for it. And we need to, and again, in many cases, agree to disagree. I have a different idea of what diversification in my precious metal stack is. And that's all that means. That genuinely is all that means. But Tiger and I like to play it a little bit, and me do stuff like this just because it's fun. So again, and obviously, Citizens for Sound Money, I would 100% expect that. I honor that too, because you live what you preach. Zero issue with that. And again, this is what I need people to understand when we talk about these things. Strategies are strategies. Sometimes those strategies work, sometimes those strategies don't. The reason we diversify is if we take a gamble, and I don't care what anybody says, precious metals go up, they go down. But when you have something that is like this, that is a collectible, yes, it stands as money. However, in a really hard situation where people have had silver their entire freaking lives and don't know the value of a dime, what tells you that they're going to understand the value of a gold back? And again, right, there's this technology adoption curve, and I'll utilize that adoption curve and challenge anybody against it. Because until you have enough people accept it, it's just going to be a small proponent of people. And again, when you talk about where you're at and how things work and what your strategies are, we just need to be able to agree to disagree, because not everybody's strategy is going to be the same. So Tiger and I on this front as a strategy don't agree, and we're 100% fine with that.
So basically what Frosty's trying to say is that he believes he's right and he knows that I'm right.
Well, okay. Yeah. I know that he's right, because neither one of us are left. No, but again, and what's important about doing stuff like this is there's lots of different ways to store wealth. And there is no one right way, but there's a lot of wrong ways. And it's teaching people the wrong way of doing things. Because if they understand, just like understanding your enemy, if you understand your enemy or you understand that which opposes you, you need to understand that argument better than you understand yours. Because if you have faith and belief in something, you need to understand what the opposite person believes. Because until you understand why that strategy makes sense to them, until you understand the premise of why that makes sense to them, you're running on a pretense that's based off of your notion, which is limited. And so I have to know about gold backs. I have to understand what the premise is, what the downfall is. And the downfall is my primary reason that I can't do it. And they say it as well. So you go listen to Goldback, say, what's the number one thing that you have a problem with? And that's that item that I have a problem with. And that is the recognition. Once you get past 3% big business recognition, you have to get 8% of the strategy market. Then you have 16% before you reach the chasm of definition. That chasm of definition, that chasm, that open area is a place where things fall through the floor or they explode. And so where are they at? They're not even close to the chasm yet. They know that. So they're reaching out, they're strategizing, they're trying to find other ways of doing that. Knowing that they're diversifying how they're utilizing goldbacks is a positive thing. Absolutely positive thing. So understanding they're not stuck in a rut, and they're trying to do this, and they understand they have a key barrier in their process. How do we find ways to overcome that? That's a good business strategy. It makes sense. So I like the things that they're doing. It's just not for me. And so when we discuss these things, I'm not against discussing it. I'm not talking about the pros and the cons about it. It's just agree to disagree.
Well, got a moment here. Ellie, one of these two packages was sent to me by Metal Matt for you. The other one was sent for Amy Harrell, and he is sending each of you a half gold back from Arizona. So if you'll do me a favor, Ellie, and send me an email, because I get a little distracted. The emails keep me focused. So between doing stuff at the house and editing videos and other sorts of things, the emails, that's one of the reasons I asked for the claiming emails, because I print them off and then I go ahead and follow through with it. It's just the way I keep things in order. So just go ahead and send me an email if you don't mind.
And OC, I do have gold backs.
He does, but mainly he does them because he likes the pictures.
Because they're cool. They're the art. Folks, the artistry on some of these is amazing. And you guys know I have a daughter who's an artist. I love art, but we're talking about the stacking of them. But anyway, we'll get on to something else. We don't need to break that down. Hey, Christian, how are you doing?
Hey, Christian. So no, honestly, Frosty just likes the pictures, and I
like my books.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you could call what I read a book, though.
Are you talking about your coin books?
I'm being funny.
You are?
Oh, nice. The art is amazing. And again, that $5 one that he showed, there's one that compares, and I was listening to the guy who came up and was showing one of the new ones. She was my favorite. I think I have a new one. I think some of the new things that are coming out, some of the designs that are coming out are amazing. I think artistically, they have some amazing artists. They got some amazing ideas. They have an extremely good product, an extremely good process. They're durable, reliable. I think Goldbacks as a company is good. I'm not complaining about Goldbacks. You guys remember that. Yeah, it's just sharp. And you guys know me and my Old West stories, that freaking thing. I need one.
I will tell you, in my personal opinion, I think that on purpose, they make the 5 Goldback the prettiest girls.
I don't know, but I got to tell you, now, you guys know, so, okay, yeah, they're beautiful ladies, but Tiger, when I told you about the Goldback the first time, what did I talk about?
How pretty they were?
The ship.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's got a ship, folks, the other $5 one. I'm about ships. I was in the Navy. I love my sailing ships, my single, my double, my triple masted, the schooners, the war. I love, I love my ships. And there, you're talking about a triple masted, probably 38 gun sloop, right? Absolutely phenomenal machine of war. So I love that kind of stuff. Now, OK Corral, Carson City, the Wild West. How many numismatic stories have I told you guys of the numismatic West? The Carson City Horde, the Redfield Horde, Reno, Nevada, right? Talking about the Binion Horde. Where's Binion? Oh, yeah. Guess what? Nevada. So you see the OK Corral and all this stuff. There's so much history. Yes, it has a pretty lady on it, but there's so much other stuff engaged in those. And if you really stop and just take 15 minutes and stare at a single Goldback, you're going to see something different in them each time. The designs of them are amazing. And again, I won't knock the business practices and what they're trying to do at Goldback, because I do think they have a good company. It's just too early for my blood. And that's because I'm not one of those early adopters. I'm just not, never have been.
For the most part, I don't normally adopt things early, especially in the field of medicine. New medicines come out, and I've never been one to push.
You have the $3 Arizona.
Do you know that they're running for like $276 or something like that? Hold on, I'll show it to you. Let me pull up a share screen.
I don't have any of the new ones.
That's what the $3 Arizona is going for on eBay.
Give it some time.
You think it's going to go
That's
down?
FOMO. That's FOMO.
I'm not buying one of them.
That's FOMO.
It's not part of my.
Give it a couple years. Give it a couple years.
I'm
You'll be able to get them way
I'm
better.
not spending that amount of money on that. That's not part of my stacking strategy. It's nice, it's pretty, but it's not worth that. If I'm going to spend that amount of money, I might as well throw a little bit extra on top of that and actually buy a tenth of and well, basically another one of these.
But this one you'll send to me.
You're going to have to talk to Mrs. Tiger about that. That's her.
Oh, so one of the, and I've got to tell you this story before we get out of here. I know we've been way way too long. Tiger and I, and again, we're talking about New Year's and Christmas and having friends and fun. Tiger and I were sitting down one day, and Tiger and I have gone through some interesting things in life, individually, but as friends, we've stayed by each other through some pretty interesting stuff. And through your sepsis, some of the stuff that I've had to deal with family and, losing a large swath of family over a short period of time, a significant number of friends, job issues. Like I went through skin issue, like have just massive issues after some trying events. Let's just say it that way. And Tiger and I were sitting down one day, and somebody showed something, and it was a coin. And we were talking about stuff, and he's like, "Look at this," and I want to show you this. And I was like, "Oh man, why are you doing this to me? I can't do it right now. Please, just don't show me ship coins. Don't do that to me right now. I can't do it." I was frustrated because I saw it and I was like, "That's absolutely phenomenal. I liked it. I enjoyed it." And he goes, "No, I wanted to show you because I just bought it for you." And it was a gift. And Tiger has been extremely generous to me in many ways. And as we go through, and I want to just say this. One, I know everybody knows Tiger's going through chemo. He's getting ready for a procedure here at the first part of January. And so Tiger's going through tons and tons of stuff. But I got to tell you that Tiger and I had a conversation after he had sepsis about how the community pulled together for him. And one thing that I want to say to all of you that are watching, whether you guys know this guy or not, he really is concerned about your stacking well-being. He's really concerned about your collecting well-being. He's really concerned that he knows that some of you are in positions where you struggle. And he wants to put out good information. He wants to put out good content. He wants to try to give stuff away, sometimes to his chagrin. And I tell him, sometimes you give too much stuff away. You're pinching your stack because you're not getting this back from your YouTube. And he's like, "But it's fun and I enjoy doing it and I want to help people and I want to have people have fun." Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because the work that Tiger puts in is not reflected in the amount of subscribers he has. So folks, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to share Tiger out. I want you to help me grow his channel. And it's not just you and me growing his channel. He's putting out a lot of good content and trying to do some stuff. But Tiger genuinely is a good guy. And I want to see him grow. So if I can get you guys to do me a favor, okay? I want you guys to genuinely share stuff out. Skip the super chats. They're nice. They're cool. It makes them happy. Okay, fine. If you want to drop one, drop one. You want to do gifted memberships onto his channel, do gifted memberships onto his channel. Fine. But you really want to help Tiger, watch his videos and share them out. Tell people why you like him. Tell them about the character of the man and push him. Get him out there. Let's grow him. Because I'll tell you, Tiger and I have had some really in-depth conversations. And there are some people out there who really want what's best for our community, but there's a lot of people out there who want what's best for our community as long as it helps them line their pockets. Tiger doesn't do this. Tiger doesn't utilize events or processes to build or grow himself. Tiger uses his channel and his friendships and hopefully the stuff that he can do by bringing people like Sound Money Metals on, by bringing people like Chris Pritt, by bringing people like the Goldback folks, by trying to connect and build things that have a far greater reaching impact than many of you have even an idea of. And he's trying to build this stuff from behind. So support him. Really reach out and share those things out. Share out his shorts. Freaking awesome. I don't know if he's going to see this, but if he does, he's been like my number one supporter. AAL, two of the best moderators in our channels, always providing support, always saying good things, always sharing, always doing that kind of stuff. Follow their lead and push this out. Tiger will grow. And I want to see that in 2026. I want to see him hit 5,000 subs. I want to see him grow. I want you guys to understand the merit of the man and what he wants to do despite some of the stuff that he's going through and really grow his channel. Okay, that's what I want to see in 2026. I want to see my channel grow, but I want to see my buddy's channel grow. So if I can ask you guys to do something in 2026, it's share him out. That's it. Share him out. That is what's going to help his channel grow. So if you guys can do me a favor, if you're willing to do that, just put a 1 in chat. If it's hard for you because you watch on TV, that's fine. Do it on your phone afterwards. If you want to watch on TV, grab your phone. Boom, hit a button, share it out, put your phone down. Don't worry about it. You guys can do this. If you want to watch Tiger grow, share his stuff out. That's how it's going to happen. So, Tiger, I kind of went off on a tangent, but I want people to support you and I want people to know where your heart is. You're battling a bunch of stuff. And despite that, you're out here helping the community and out here trying to provide good information. So do me a favor. Make sure you share your stuff out.
I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. That's what friends are. And again, folks, we need people in our community who have good hearts. And I'll tell you right now, you don't want to go to Tiger when it comes to technology. You just don't. Okay? Don't call it. If you have a computer or a phone issue, don't call him. He may not even know where his phone is. But when it comes to stacking, and it comes to collecting, and it comes to organizing his stack and knowing what he has and how to pass on information to your loved ones and how to build some connections and how to tie legislation into some of these things, he's really trying to connect those people who are doing that to you. So I want you to know that despite all he's going through, despite all the frustration, despite all the pain that he's dealing with, Tiger's out there trying to grow you. So show him some love and share out his channel. Hey, what's up, Sean? How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Sean. Nice to see you, man. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
I'm going to stop there because I don't want anybody asking if I've provided you a ring or anything. I love my friend. I do. Tiger and I are like brothers. And him and I put a lot of work into our channels. And just, I want you guys to understand, he may not be the most eloquent guy in the world, but he sure has a heart for community and he really wants you guys to grow. So help him out.
I know I sucked at technology. I didn't know I sucked at eloquency.
I didn't say you sucked at it, but no, seriously. And again, Tiger, in 2025, you and I have created an adventure in Stack Collector.
I enjoy
You
that.
and I have worked on number of rigged items together.
I
We
would love to do
have
that.
done research. We have laughed together. We have cried together. We have seen some really good things in each other's lives.
You
I hope
supported you,
I hope 2026 is better. And
you
I think that I think
you
we're
supported my
going to
wife.
see good things.
You supported my wife when, emotionally when I was going through sepsis. That meant the world to me. You know,
How many people watching chat right now are preppers? And I'll tell you, I'm not. I have emergency kits. I'm an emergency guy. If there's an emergency, I have some of the stuff that I need. Not everything, but I have the stuff that I need to get me by. I got the essentials. I've got some water and food put away, and batteries, and money stashed and stuff like that. But you want to talk about prepper? Tiger's a prepper. But even as a prepper, there's something that we recognized when Tiger got sepsis. And that is, as a prepper, leave it to aspiring alchemists. I'm a prepper. You're a prepper. Wouldn't you like to be a prepper too? Um, if you don't know what that goes to, it's a whole Dr. Pepper. Love it. But what we found out, and this was again, and I told Tiger, we cannot do this anymore. Okay. I need to know when you're going somewhere where you're going to be. I need to have contact information for your wife. I have her telephone number. We need to know if you don't check in for 24 hours, I need to know what's going on. And we need to have that accountability for you. He's a traveling physician, goes different places, got really sick, and nobody knew where he was at. Um, you need to have somebody in your life that does this with you. Tiger and I, God Almighty, how often have we? Let me rephrase it this way. How many times have you had to ask me if I was pissed off at you?
uh, not a lot, but some.
And why was that?
Uh, you went silent on me.
Okay. And you're always asking me, are you there? Are you there? And I'm a quiet thinker. When I have to think about something,
Yeah, but
I
sometimes
be
you use
quiet.
it as a joke. You make me think my computer glitched.
Well, I do that too. I sit here and freeze and don't move and bat my eyes or anything. Um, but I have had to tell Tiger some hard truths. And Tiger has had to say, Frosty, you need to calm down. That's not where I'm at. And be like, look, bud, I love you. I appreciate you. You need to have these things in check. You need to have these things put aside. I understand that you think this way. You need to consider this. Look at those things. Be careful of the potential legal ramifications of that particular item. Watch out for this. Maybe it's in your workplace or whatever, because iron sharpens iron. Folks, if you don't have somebody in your life that will speak truth over you, that will tell you you're wrong. I love you, but you're wrong. If you don't have people that will come alongside and be honest and show integrity with you, then you have a goal in 2026, and that's to start talking with your friends and say, are you my 3 a.m. friend? If I call you at 3 a.m., are you going to answer the phone and say, do I need to bring my battery charger or a shovel? Because that 3 a.m. friend answers that phone and they know something's up and they're going to be there regardless. Folks, have your 3 a.m. friend. have that person that it doesn't matter why they call you. You can get that phone, you hear them putting on their pants. You know they're getting ready to walk out that door for you. Doesn't matter if it's a snowstorm or a rainstorm. Find somebody that will sharpen you. Find somebody that will grow you. And as a community, this is something that Tiger and I talk a lot about with you guys. We talk about things that we firmly believe in. And Tiger and I, with the Goldbacks, we make it a joke and it's funny, but I don't believe in that. And we're fine with that. It's okay. But he knows where I stand and why I stand there. And I know where he stands and why he stands there. I don't criticize him for it. I joke with him about it. Him and I do that very well. You guys will see that. But you need somebody in your life that you can like genuinely go back to and say, I need you to tell me how it is. And so a lot of people don't have that. Find that. Oh, Vinny, family first. You go take care of your son. You visit with your son. That's way more important
Most
than us.
certainly.
Yeah. Nah, don't deal with us at all. We're all good.
And
Matter of fact, I'm going to quit yapping because I've ran my mouth for too long. But I
Vinny,
wanted Tiger to know I appreciated him. And
yeah, I sat here with my jaw on the floor. Vinny, go give that boy an extra hug from Frosty and me, especially if he's short and young.
tell him that a dad joke is a dad joke when it becomes apparent.
God almighty. Well, it's going to be interesting, AA. Just to give you guys a heads up. I've been jokingly referring to my upcoming mastectomy for breast cancer as my Christmas present. Because at that time they were telling me that it would be either late December or early January. And I thought it was going to be late December. It's actually scheduled for January 7th. January 7th is the original celebrated birthday for Christmas, for Jesus. So
Orthodox Christmas.
yeah, Orthodox Christmas, which was the original celebrated Christmas holiday. So it teaches me a lesson about making a joke about a surgery as being a Christmas present. But I do have a short for Orthodox Christmas already scheduled. And I won't be with you all to enjoy it because I'll be underneath anesthesia. But my thoughts and my prayers will be with you. And I'll be back. You know, wife was scared about me passing away. I said, no, too stubborn. I haven't attained my life's mission. One of which is to hang out with my wife, and one of which is to spend time with my grandsons. And one of them is to spend time with all of you, because I have not attained my life's mission yet. And I'm not going until I've been successful. Besides, I got a really pretty girl that I got married to. You and I both married up. You know that, buddy.
Oh man, I can't even tell you how much I married up. Yeah.
I love that picture of the two of you in front of that big fat Merry Christmas thing at that party.
Turned out good. And again, folks, just to reiterate, the procedure that he's having is done millions and millions and millions of times a year. The physician that's doing it, I'm sure that has practiced hands. But prayers are always very beneficial.
Yeah, the only difference is that it's 1% of all the breast cancers in men. But I kind of thought about it and said there's ladies that are not as well gifted in that territory. So it's kind of like, you know, a man's anatomy. So
Well, no, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. The general structure is the same. So,
exactly.
you know, there's a lot of differences between the male and the female item, but it's not that drastically different.
No.
Fundamentally, it's the same. So again, but the whole point about this is to not freak out. This is not a, you know, a 1 in 1 million chance of survival. We're talking about a 999,999.9. So good prognosis, good rates. It's just recovery is going to be a beast. And so just prayers would be nice. And, you know, it's going to take him some time. So encourage him, show him some enthusiasm, tell him some bad jokes. You know, drop a bunch of Goldback jokes on my behalf, and we'll see you in the streams. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it'll be good.
some truth to that. There's some truth to that. So, but I do appreciate all the prayers and all the good wishes. It's one of the many reasons why I don't think my time is yet. I'm going to be here. We're going to have Christmas 12 months from now. And we're going to look back at this and have some chuckles and some giggles. You know, and I'm going to feel better, and I'm going to still flirt with the missus, and we're going to have a better Christmas next year than what we did this year.
Fact. Lots of stuff coming up the next 4 or 5 days. So make sure you're staying tuned. And again, folks, share out the channels. That's the big one.
I'd appreciate that for this guy too. So I've run out of things to say. How about you?
I have never run out of things to say, but I
would never have noticed that. I think you went silent on me again.
I did.
Hey, Jack Stacker, how you doing?
What's up, Jack?
That guy looks really good with a bald head.
One day he needs to put himself in a box and send somebody a note saying the check is in the mail. Check Stacker just gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Check. Let's see who got them. So let's see here. David Carlisle, Gatita Oso, John Vusk. I can't pronounce that. Mike Calmney, and Jay Smokes. So congratulations and thank you, Chuck. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. That was a wonderful Christmas present. So thank you. Hey, can you throw Chuck Stacker's channel in there also? Because people need to go see him, because he hasn't been building as much as I want him to. You know, he puts out some good content.
Keep in mind, that's not far from the truth, my friend. That's not far from the truth.
Yeah, I had to learn that one the hard way. I've seen him. I think he's like, you know, talking to me, watching some other channel, and at least editing another video. Let me see here. All right. Thanks, Ellie. You're much faster at the computer than I am. Oh, look at that. He did a Christmas video, Christmas live stream. Nice pictures too.
Who's that?
Check. Yeah, let me show you.
Oh, I haven't. I didn't even open up anything on Christmas.
Right here, 2 weeks ago,
Very nice.
he went live. So go over to him. Let's see, where's his subscriber count? 669. if you guys can go over there, let's try to get them up to at least. We don't have a whole lot of people here in the chat, but if we can get them up to at least 675, that'd be really cool. It'd be a great Christmas present for him.
So let's talk offline. I've got some ideas for a stream, a multi-channel stream.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, well, we do this. We've been at it now for 2.5 hours. Did you just want that talk to just be you and me, or did you want someone else too?
We will discuss it first, and then we will share it out with the groups.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that's a kin of mine. She's learning. Oh, look, a squirrel.
Nice. Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming. It was a wonderful time. I enjoyed the companionship. And always remember these 3 gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, started the tradition, but it's mainly about recognizing that Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And this day started, or actually technically yesterday, or the 7th, depending on which day you celebrate, started his journey, which was there for all of us. So, as I said in my post, I quoted John 3:16, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but will have everlasting life." And this was the day that started it. So I want to wish you all Merry Christmas, whether you celebrate the 25th of December, the 7th of January, or in my case, both. Being, from an American mama and a Serbian dad, we got to celebrate both, and it was pretty awesome. So thank you, Frosty, for sharing this time with me and with everyone else.
Thanks for having me up, brother.
You're welcome. So good night, everyone. Have a happy holiday. Don't imbibe too much. Stay off the roads if you do. Have a designated driver, or just don't imbibe at all. Night, everyone.